I'm not sure if I know how to start it. I figured this would be a good way to check the job sites. Last time I went down, I got stuck, so let me give my new snowmobile a try. Oops. All right guys, today is officially framing day on my new house. Got Alex's forklift has been delivered. This thing will help expedite a lot of the heavy lifting and moving things around. I've got gravel down. It's gonna get real cold, so I'm not sure how much longer they're gonna be able to work, but let me show you where our staging area is. And their first step is separating all the lumber, and they're getting things laid out. We're gonna frame the walkout wall, which is really the garages. There is one bedroom downstairs, and so I just went over all the window openings with Alex. Knowing me, I'm like Flair, I made some changes because when I started looking at the plan, I just moved a sliding glass door for the lower level bedroom to the side so that it looks out at the trees versus looking out into the backyard, which is concrete parking lot. So there's always a few little tweaks along the way. Alex is good about listening and willing to make those changes. So with that, I'm gonna let these guys get framing. I got a GoPro set up, so we'll start seeing some of the progress. We're excited to kick off this project. Today is the first day of framing. Already you can see it goes pretty quick. They got the whole walkout wall framed in, and they use their lift to help lift things off the ground. Looks like 4 or 5 guys. I'm gonna hop out and kind of give you guys a close-up on what's going on. These are the garage doors. I'm gonna see if this little lift has a horn on it. All right, so you can see here, that's the garage that's really outside the house. That's going to be the deck that's going to be up above it. From here on over is all going to be living quarters. There'll be a 2-car garage there, 1 car here. They got the headers all framed in. So once this is all set, next week, they'll start setting all the floor joists. This is step 1 of multiple step process, so making good progress today. These guys are working through the cold. It's about 7 degrees out here. You can see I'm standing on my deck, which is covered in snow, and below this is the garage. But you can see we're using a floor truss system, and it's going to step up. But we have to add on top of this a waterproofing and then about another 4 inches of concrete. So this will basically be about up here. We'll have about 1, maybe 2 steps from our fireplace, and this will be a big sliding glass door to step down to this patio. We've got our Advantech decking all down right now, and they're starting to lay out the lumber and the walls for the back wall. That is the far wall there. That is the master bedroom, bathroom. Whew, it is cold. I'm gonna be meeting with these guys, talking about the plans, if there's any changes. But if you hear the motor running in the back, in my trailer, I brought out a generator. We do not have power on this site. It's coming. So I brought out my generator. They keep things plugged in. My job is to keep the gas coming, so they keep working. Let's go see what kind of questions these guys have for me. As you walk around, notice the hole in the floor? That's the staircase. That will be going down, and you'll walk around the corner. We'll take you upstairs to the second floor. So all that second floor, where I'm standing here, is the great room, which will be a real high vaulted ceiling. Let me make this quick because my ears are starting to get very cold. Any questions, amigos? Got any questions here? No? All good? All right. So all it is Frio. Yesterday was windy, see, right? Yeah. So we're working now we're in the laundry room, and check out the views out the back. This would be the main floor master. And I was always curious to see what the elevated views look like. Wow, it's looking awesome. And as luck would have it, this wall is kind of blocking Flair's house. I can't even see him at all. You literally can't see him through the trees anyway, but you don't want to look at Flair because he tells me he's always outside in his underwear. That's not a good thing. So as they build these back walls, they leave these sheets on full sheets, the zip wall system, and then they'll come back and cut them in because we're probably going to have to enclose all this. We don't have garage doors. At some point, once we get the decking on and the house built, I'll bring in heaters to get all this snow to melt because it'll act like a refrigerator. It's so cold outside and the snow inside just seems to radiate and it won't melt. So that'll be the next thing we need to do. Warm weather will help, but we'll bring in big heaters and hang them from the ceiling. I got to get a propane tank out here and start heating up the basement so that we can get the ground thawed out and pour concrete. What's nice about using these floor truss systems is, one, they're extra deep, which allows all the ductwork and electrical and plumbing to go through them, but there's not one. We're able to span this a little over almost 30 feet, and there's not one support beam in the entire garage. So we're able to have a 10-foot ceiling in the lower level. So the garage and the lower level guest bedroom will have these wonderful ceilings. You will not feel like you're in a basement, or, which I like to say, a basement really is a lower level. It's an extension of the main floor of the house. So this is a little bit more money to go, but you save posts, and the construction's really fast, and it's a really solid floor system. Okay guys, it's the next day and we're here to help these guys set this big wall. It's the outside wall. It has a peak up to about 18 feet. We're trying to capture everything as it goes up because framing happens so fast. Well, we got trash coming out and longboards going in. So they have a couple of the interior walls set. Shortly here we'll show you what it takes. They build the whole wall on the ground. See the guy over my shoulder here? What he's doing now is we're building this far outside wall. It's going to have about a 20-foot high peak. We build the entire wall on the main deck and then we'll tilt it up. And so this morning, we're here to kind of capture that for you guys, but also this is only about day 3 of framing. We've had some real extreme cold weather. There we go, weather. And this is a nice enough day, believe it or not. It's going to be about 50, but it's about 25 right now, but it feels nice, no wind. And they've got a lot of the interior walls built on this one far side of the house. So we'll capture what's going on today as we tilt up this big wall, so stay tuned. So here's all the little tails they're putting on. This will be a soffit. I'm standing on the outside of the wall, and they're gonna tip it up. So they're getting all the framing done, and you can see here's where the sliding glass door is gonna go, and here's the fireplace, and another sliding glass door. So that'll be the awesome views looking out the back. And man, we're getting high on the hill. I have another story to go yet. So second story views will be pretty spectacular. I'm kind of excited to share that with you guys. So I'm gonna go over and check on him with the forklift. I think what he's gonna be doing, he's offloaded some of the lumber. I believe he's going to use that to help tilt this thing up. I was gonna move my truck, but I think he's putting it in 4-wheel drive to go through the snow. Let's go see if he needs any stuff moved. So he's gonna come straight in and then boom that big fork over and use the horsepower versus manpower to pull up this big wall. So we're using the zip wall system on my house, which you do not have to do a vapor wrap around it. It's all built into one. What's nice about it, in these areas it's super windy, that you don't have to worry about it coming undone. It's really a top-notch system, but you have to make sure you tape all the joints. So they've created this zip flashing tape, so where the seams come together, all that has to be taped to prevent any air infiltration coming into the house. Let me show you guys a little built-in safety measure they're doing. Check out this. They're putting on, these are stops on the end. They've run a couple here. So when this wall goes up, it just doesn't keep going. That's what we call a stop. Stretching. There we go. Touch toes. So they're going to lift it up so far, put some bracing underneath it, give us a break, and then we're gonna go again, huh? Okay. Do we do the uno, dos, tres? Yeah, Chihuahua. What was it, nailed? That one's nailed. We forgot to take out a couple of nails over here. It's nailed to the ground. One little minor detail. That was a good practice. Second time. Are we gonna keep her going? Oh, jeez, that was close. Are you serious? Is he gonna take a break? What's he doing? Chihuahua! Oh my God! Fall on us. Ay, ay, ay. Too heavy. It's cracking. It's making noise. That was one of those deals. I don't think it's OSHA approved, because if he wasn't nailing this thing, it was all gonna smash us. It's a lot heavier than it looks. I think it looks good. Good right there. Actually, that was a little scary. I don't know what Alex was saying in Spanish, but I think it meant hurry up and get a board put in before we die. Is this where you say, "Ah, Chihuahua"? All right, so we're going back to plan B. He's taking the forklift and he's gonna pick up that big cage over there so he can spread it out and tie off multiple ends, and then he'll be able to back it up, we hope, and stand her up. I'll be like Marlon Perkins as I stand over by my truck and watch Alex, Jim, lift up the house. We probably should have tried that the very first time. That, Alex, I like it when you use your big crane or your lift there to do that. That was impressive. So now what's the next step you have to do from here? Will you guys?
Well, we're going to build those sidewalls. We can make sure that stays still.
Okay, all the sidewalls in the back to tie it in. Yeah. So because these bracings, well, all that's holding it up. And then I want to make sure at the end, if this ceiling, I don't know, we'll see what the rafters look like. Yeah. Because it seems tall right now because it's not a very big room, but we can always make adjustments and lower the ceiling if we need to. Yeah. But that was awesome. Yeah, because we have that close trunk on this. Oh yeah, we have a high wall here. Yeah. That's right. And then and a couple on the front. I think we have the little dormers. Yeah. Yeah. So awesome job. All right. Thanks for not taking a phone call. Woo. 2 10s. Yes. Okay. So I got to order 2 10-foot cedar beams. Those are 12 by 12s, kind of like Flair's house, and that's what's going to help hold up the big cantilever on the back of my house when my dining room sticks out. A cantilever means it sticks out over the foundation, and that's one way to get cheap square feet. All right, since it's a Saturday, I made my trip to my donut shop, and I picked up about a dozen of donuts. Let me go up and tell the guys how much I appreciate them. And this is a Saturday, so it's a big deal that they're working to get this house back on track. So let's go serve up some donuts. I forgot the Spanish word for donut, but I think they'll get the message. Here's the dreaded, for me, skywalk. I'm scared of heights. I'll make a run for it, because if I miss it, it's 10 foot down. Okay, we got some donuts, amigos. Where did Alex leave? Oh, he missed out on the donuts. You ready for a break? Thank you for all your hard work. So this is about ready to go up to? All right, well, we got another wall coming soon. So this one looks a little lighter than that one. I'm amazed. These guys don't even talk to each other. They just look at each other and maybe rattle out a few numbers, and next thing you know, they're building a wall. This is the front wall of the house, and probably by the end of the day, they'll have the back wall up, and then they'll start on the second floor. All right, these guys got the front wall set, so now they're gonna start working on the back wall. And as luck would have it, I backed my trailer up to offload some scrap materials, and I get a flat tire. There's always something in construction that doesn't always go your way. Look at that. I have no idea. I could have swore that thing was fine when I backed it up. I must have ran over a nail or something.